Luxury car brands have been a prominent topic of discussion in the automotive industry. It's noteworthy that the luxury car enthusiasts often mention prestigious brands hailing from European countries. These include renowned names like Bentley, Rolls Royce, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi. Additionally, there are luxury brands from America and occasionally Japan. However, there's a surprising twist in the narrative. Toyota, a Japanese car manufacturer traditionally associated with affordable and durable vehicles, is making waves in the automotive industry with a new luxury car. This unexpected move has caught many by surprise, as luxury cars were not typically what Toyota was known for. Toyota has unveiled its full-size luxury crossover SUV, the Century SUV. This bold move places it in direct competition with other top-tier luxury car brands like Rolls Royce, Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and BMW, all of which offer some of the most luxurious and expensive SUVs on the market. Toyota is entering this highly competitive segment, and the Century SUV is poised to challenge these renowned luxury SUVs once it becomes available for sale. Let's explore whether the Toyota Century SUV possesses the necessary attributes to compete effectively against expensive luxury cars. Many of you who have been watching this video or have come across information related to the Century SUV may be wondering when Toyota began manufacturing expensive luxury cars themselves. As commonly known, Toyota's subsidiary brand Lexus is dedicated to producing all of their luxury cars. The Lexus luxury vehicle division of the Japanese automaker Toyota was founded in 1989, which is 34 years ago. Lexus is a brand that is marketed in more than 90 countries and territories worldwide, and stands as Japan's largest-selling brand of premium cars. Additionally, it has consistently ranked among the top 10 largest Japanese global brands in terms of market value. The Century has been in existence since 1967, predating the founding of the Lexus brand. The Toyota Century is a series of full-size luxury cars and limousines primarily produced for the Japanese market. While it may not bear the Lexus badge, Japan's most luxurious car happens to be produced by the same brand that's renowned for making economy cars like the Corolla. The Century has consistently held its position as a full-size luxury sedan. Alongside the Lexus LS, it represents Toyota's response to the well-established European luxury brands. Notably, it wasn't available for purchase outside Japan, and even within Japan, the Century came with a hefty price tag. This is precisely why the Century has become the preferred vehicle for Japan's top executives and high-ranking government officials. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is over 100 millimeters longer than the Century SUV, whereas the Bentley Bentayga is shorter in length. The Toyota Century SUV boasts impressive dimensions, with a substantial wheelbase of 2,950 millimeters, 116.1 inches, a length of 5,205 millimeters, 204.9 inches, a width of 1,990 millimeters, 78.3 inches, and a height of 1,805 millimeters, 71.1 inches. The Century SUV is built upon Toyota's modular TNGA-JK platform. Among the array of cars that the Toyota Century SUV will compete with, it bears a striking resemblance to the Bentley Bentayga and the Rolls Royce Cullinan. One of the initial distinctions you'll notice about the Century is its mid-size grille, which sets it apart from the larger double grille featured on the Bentayga. When it comes to the front exterior view of the Century SUV, it exudes a sense of maturity, differing somewhat from the Bentley Bentayga, but bearing a resemblance to the Rolls Royce Cullinan. The Century SUV's headlamps are quad-shaped on both sides, and the two lines that extend from the top of the bonnet towards the edges of the headlights create a distinctive border around the front grille, a design element reminiscent of what we've seen on other Rolls-Royce cars. The lines on the Century SUV flow gracefully from the door strips towards the sporty wheels. As mentioned earlier, Toyota has introduced a distinctive feature in the Century SUV that sets it apart from its rivals: sliding doors for both rear passenger entry. For those who prefer traditional doors, the option to choose them is also available. At the rear of the vehicle, you'll observe a protruding design typical of many SUVs. The taillights maintain the quad light patterns, mirroring the design seen at the front. Positioned boldly above the headlights is the Century name, while the logo is securely affixed to the rear door. When the Century SUV is released, there will be two model types available: a conventional model and a sporty-looking GR-badged version. Both models come with 4 seats as standard, and there is no option for a 5th seat. Step inside the Century SUV, and you'll discover an interior that matches the highest standards of luxury Toyota has to offer. In fact, it may even surpass the interior quality of any Lexus model to date. Let's start with a few key details. The centerpiece of the interior is a 12.3-inch central touchscreen, while the infotainment screen, though slightly smaller than the central one, will feel familiar if you've ever been inside the popular Crown sedan or the new Grand Highlander. The steering wheel is a shared component found in other higher-end Toyotas, but everything else inside the Century SUV is distinct and exclusive. It features tactile buttons for all essential functions, and the extensive use of leather enhances its appearance and tactile feel. In the rear, passengers are positioned well back within the interior, situated over the rear axle. This arrangement creates an illusion of more spaciousness compared to a Mercedes S-Class limousine. The Century SUV may not be your first choice if you prefer not to have rear captain seats. However, once you step inside, any reservations are likely to fade away. This is because both rear seats are equipped to slide and recline, providing a level of comfort reminiscent of first-class airplane seats. Furthermore, they feature generously sized armrests to keep rear passengers engaged and in control. Each of them is provided with a screen in front, as well as 2 smaller touchpads. These touchpads enable passengers to manage various aspects, such as seat adjustments, audio settings, and ambient lighting. Much like the Cullinan, the Century SUV incorporates a laminated glass partition that separates the rear cabin from the cargo area. This design element contributes to an exceptionally comfortable environment for rear passengers, ensuring that their experience is akin to traveling in the lap of luxury. Unfortunately, unlike the original Century car, this new SUV lacks a V12 engine. Instead, you get a more environmentally friendly 3.5-liter V6 plug-in hybrid system. It is based on the GAK platform, which is shared with the Grand Highlander and Lexus TX in North America. The driver will likely be happier than the front passenger, as Toyota boasts that it can cover 43 miles of pure electric driving with a 406 horsepower power plant. The Century SUV isn't replacing the sedan, but will be sold alongside it. It will only be available through select Toyota dealers, and customers should have the ability to personalize it, similar to its British competitors. When it goes on sale, it is expected to cost around the equivalent of $170,000 in Japan. This makes it less than half the price of a Cullinan to start with, while offering comparable rear seat luxury, and of course, those distinctive rear doors. Customers who are fortunate enough to acquire the new high-end hybrid SUV will belong to a select few, as Toyota intends to release only 30 Century SUVs each month. Before the Century SUV is even considered for sale in the United States, it is scheduled to be available in Japan, starting in late 2023.